What up, world? It's your boy Vic XL. This is Riding Dirty News and Reviews. Let's talk about it. All right, it's time for my recap of Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, Episode number 9. All right, let's get into it. All right, the show starts off. We got my girl K Million. She's in the rehearsal studio, definitely getting her rehearsal on, practicing her dance moves and her breath control and her mic control as she prepares for this BAP tour. In walks Sukianna, and Sukianna is walking bow-legged, pigeon-toed, and knock-kneed because the shoes she have on are hurting her. They're hurting her dogs. All right, these shoes are hurting the hell out of her feet. I'm talking about Sukianna is damn near on crutches. These shoes are hurting so bad you can't tell me Sukianna must have put these shits on right when she walked in the door. There's no damn way Sukianna has had these shoes on all day. And well, Chameleon, Suki's like, girl, you really getting it in? And she's like, yeah. She's telling Chameleon's like, yes, I gotta get right for this tour. I'm so excited to go get this bread. And Suki's like, yes, sir. We're gonna get to this money. And they both started to talk about the fact that Alvin. They're going to partner up with Alvin and allow Alvin to be like their road manager, tour manager on a trial basis. And lo and behold, in walks Alvin. And Alvin's like, hold on, 1, 2, I see 2 of y'all, Suki, I see you, K Million, I see you. Why are you bitches sitting down? Where is my girl Hood Brat? And they let Alvin know that Hood Brat is in the studio making hits. All right? So Alvin's like, listen, I'm so glad y'all going to try me out. I got the first show on the tour lined up. All right, I got the first show on the tour lined up. I got the back end, I got the front end, I got the sprinter, I got the rooms, I got everything lined up. It's a venue in Homestead, and it's going to be their very first hip hop show. And we're going to go get this money. And they was like, okay, Alvin, we feel you. But no, go get us some goddamn ribs. And Alvin's like, listen, I don't go get ribs no more. I go get checks. I took Trina to the top, and I'm going to take you bitches to the top too. All right? And it's like, okay, Alvin, we're definitely with it. We're going to try you out for this first time, but we got to let you know that our boy Bobby Lights is going to be the MC for the tour. And Alvin's kind of like, because if you remember from 2 seasons ago, Alvin and Bobby Lights got some heat. They got a little beef. But you know what? Alvin's like, that's cool as long as Bobby stays in his lane and understand his position, because me and him had a chance to talk during Trina's mama's funeral, and we're going to put all that petty shit aside, and it's all good, just as long as he stays in his lane. And in walks Miami Tip. And I got to say, this is a good episode for Miami Tip. She's looking really, really good. She has orange hair. She got an orange outfit. But she's looking very, very good. She speaks to everybody as Alvin is leaving. She's kind of asking the girls like, man, what's really good? Why is Alvin here? And they let Miami Tip know, like, listen, we're gonna go with Alvin on. He booked us a show basically. He says he's already got the money. He's already got everything set up, and we're gonna try him out on a trial basis as our tour manager. She's like, listen, I think Alvin is a great person. I just don't know if he's the right man for the job. But if y'all want to rock with him, because y'all definitely need somebody out there, then y'all rock with him. But if it don't go right, don't say I didn't tell you so. All right? All right, so now we see Prima Donna and Amada Del Negro, sitting down for a nice little lunch. Now, in only Love and Hip Hop fashion, when people can meet one week and goddamn it be telling all their business to each other and now having lunch the next week. Well, Prima Donna and Amada are definitely sitting down to have a lunch. And, Prima Donna's like, look, the last time we talked, you seemed a little bothered at Santana's party. So what's going on with you? What's the updates? And Amada's like, man, MJ, I'm not sure, but MJ brought in a fur baby. Like, he asked to be my manager. He brought me a dog, and I just don't know. And Prima Donna's like, yeah, you was letting me know you feel smothered. And Amada's like, listen, I never said I felt smothered. I just need a little space. She was definitely quick to clarify her on the word smothered. All right, so unannounced, in walks Prima Donna's friend, Annie. All right, now, Amada, like anybody else, is like, hold up, who are you? And Prima Donna's like, look, Amada, this is Annie, this is Amada. Annie was MJ's girlfriend years ago. Amada already is on the defense. She's on the fence about the situation because, like, how are you going to just invite some stranger who's my current man's ex to our meal? Like, without even running it by me. But Annie's like, listen, I see you're a positive, strong woman. I'm a positive, strong woman. I'm not here for no handouts or no pity. I just want to let you know about MJ. MJ is definitely a conniver. He's a manipulator. He's the perfect gentleman. He's going to be there for your every need. And but he's not about you, he's about him. Amada's like, well, how long were you guys together? She's like, listen, boo, we was together for 3 years. Not only were we together, we lived together. And when things dried up, this guy refused to get a job. Basically, she's only reconfirming some of the things that Amada have felt about MJ. So you can definitely see the displeasure on Amada's face. You can see she's upset. You can see she's razzled. She just looks really, really confused. But Annie doesn't appear to be there to cause any problems, but to basically just let her know what she dealt with from MJ. Whether she has an ulterior motive, that's, I guess, going to be seen later. But it seems like she just wanted to warn her. So, and like I say, as the show has built, you see that we all have felt the same way about MJ. Like, what the hell does MJ do? He's like Tommy from Martin, damn it. What does he do? He's bringing you a dog when you don't want a dog. He's living in your house. We don't even see this ninja taking out the trash. What does he do? So, it is what it is. She just feels like she got to warn him, so she does. All right, so Amada makes her way home, and she basically summons MJ. MJ comes down. Amada's standing in the hallway. She's crying, and she begins to tell him, like, look, we need to talk. And today I had lunch with Prima Donna, and at the lunch was your ex-flame, Annie. And Annie basically told me about the relationship and how things went. And MJ is like really taken back because he don't know where this is coming from. But, you know, he listens. And Amada basically like, listen, man, I don't know if you got my back. You know, I'm taking care of you. You're older than me. I've supported you. And I just really don't understand what's going on here, and I need some space. MJ's like, so you're going to basically take her word over mine? Like, it's two sides to each story. You heard her side. Can you hear my side? I'm going to be very honest. Amada is not interested in hearing MJ's side, which I think is not very cool, because you're basically taking the word of a stranger. But Amada is basically just going off, and this basically throws MJ for a tailspin. And he's like, you know what? She just asked for a space. She just wants to be alone and be away from him. MJ basically barges upstairs. He's throwing shit, tearing shit. Amada has an Amada moment, and she says something in Spanish, like, don't you be breaking my stuff. Don't be breaking my stuff. She, you know, but like I said, MJ is very upset. Amada's mother goes upstairs because she comes from the back and don't really understand what's going on. She goes upstairs to try to calm MJ down and basically like, look, you know, we all basically need Amada, and we need her in a positive mental space. So I think it'll be best for you to leave and get a hotel for the night or a couple nights. And MJ, I'm going to be honest, he's up there crying. He's like, look, man, I love this girl with all my heart. Yes, I have a past. I've been on my own since I was 15. I just want her to understand I love her and everything I do is for her. But you know what? I agree. I'm going to leave. As he's leaving, he asks Amada, like, let's talk. She's not hearing it. And he's leaving. He's like, look, I love you forever. And you're always going to be mine. We're going to make this thing work. I'm sorry, MJ, because I just went to see The Invisible Man. Some of the stuff he was saying walking out the door seems a little bit stalkerish, but hey, I don't know. It just seemed like I'm going to love you forever. You're going to always be mine. I don't know, MJ. But MJ leaves quietly. After the records, he leaves quietly, and we see Amada there crying. All right, we got my girl Joy and Trina. They're having a lunch, and I can honestly say, man, these people have lunches at some of the nicest places, drinking some of the nicest looking drinks. Well, Trina and Joy are having lunch, and they're just doing a little recall, and Joy's asking Trina, like, how things going. And Trina's just like, you know, with the death of my mother, and, you know, this project, and no Julian, I just don't know where to go with my life. Do I start a new album? Do I try to figure out how to get this album back in the marketplace? I just don't know, and I just never thought I'd be in this place in life. Well, Joy basically says, listen, I think we need a little getaway to clear your mind. Let's go to the Bahamas. Now, Trina and Joy roots are from the Bahamas, being that Trina's mother was raised in the Bahamas. So they're basically saying, like, look, let's go to the Bahamas for your mother's birthday. Let's celebrate her life, and let's just live it up and get away from the stress. And Trina's like, you know what, she's reluctant at first, and she agrees. Like, you know what, Joy, you're right, but let's go. I don't want it to be sad. I want it to be a cool moment, but we can do it, and maybe it'll help me get my mind off things. Matter of fact, let's make it a trip. We're going to bring Bobby, even though Bobby's going to get on my damn nerves. He'll definitely make us laugh. And I think we should bring Trick, too, because Trick is going through some things, and maybe he needs to clear his mind. Joy was reluctant about the Trick, but she's like, you know what, I'm going to get my granny panties, and it's going to be all good, and we can get Trick to come. So there will be a Trina Joy road trip coming up. All right, next up, we see Chameleon, Hood Brat, Sukiana, and basically it's Chameleon and Hood Brat. And Alvin pulls up. Let me get this right. It's Chameleon, Hood Brat, and Bobby Lights. They're sitting there, they're all getting dropped off, and then Alvin pulls up in a van. Now, it's not a Sprinter, but it's a van. And they're preparing for their road trip to Homestead to do this first stop of, I ain't gonna say first stop, this first show. And there's like, where's Suki? Suki's late. Suki pulls up, she gets dropped off. And the first thing Suki says is, I said a Sprinter, and this is not a damn Sprinter, this is a U-Haul. Suki's like, I'm not riding in this. But everybody's kind of like, come on, Suki, we got to make the best of it. Let's go get this bag. So the road trip begins to Homestead. All right? First thing we see is them riding in the van, and they're like, man, we've been riding forever. And they pull up to this motel. Now, I'm sorry, this shit looks like a red carpet inn. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, we see goddamn mattresses outside the doors. It definitely look like one of those $29 a night joints. And Alvin's like, look, I got you girls in this room. Y'all can get dressed in this room. Then I got my own room. But it ain't 5-star, but I got y'all here. Well, they look in the bathroom. And in the shower, there's literal mold. They pull back the sheets of the bed, and there is a bug in the bed. Whether it's a bed bug, a roach, I'm not sure, but it's a bug in the bed. Suki and K-Million's like, hell no. We are out of here. Suki and K-Million leave walking. They're on their phone, calling for a ride. They are out of here. We see a BMW pick them up. They gone. Hood Brat is so focused on getting this bread, she's like, I got to do what I got to do. So Hood Brat stays. K-Million and Suki are definitely up out of there. All right, so it's time for a little brotherly love as we see my man MJ in the midst of his depression and his heartbreak. He makes his way to his sister Shay house, a.k.a. Old Bucky. So MJ is there talking to Shay, and he's definitely letting Shay know what has just transpired, how Amada had a chance to speak with prima donna, his ex, Annie, and basically Annie just salted the situation. Basically wanted the situation like, you know, people don't want to see you happy, and she just salted the situation. I don't even know the reason for her doing what she done. And Shay was like, you know what, I feel her. And MJ is actually even kind of sympathetic for Amada, saying she's been through a lot, and I kind of understand. But Shay's like, hold on, bro. As my brother, I've always supported Amada and her beliefs in the things she followed. But I gotta say, she can't just come believing some stranger over her man. And she didn't even hear your point. She tells MJ, listen, you gotta fight for her if you love her. But she also says Amada, in her opinion, is wrong for just basically believing Annie out the blue. So, you know what? I definitely see a Shay Amada confrontation coming, because she definitely is not with the fact that Amada believes this woman out of nowhere. All right, so it's showtime. Baps, tour stop number 1. The girls are settled in here in Homestead. We see the girls as they pull up. Actually, not the whole girls. We see Alvin, Bobby Lights, and Hood Brat pull up in the big-ass U-Haul van to this place called the Last Chance Saloon. That's right, the Last Chance Saloon. All right, now, Alvin has been told that this is going to be sold out. And when they walk in, they see 10, maybe 15 people at most. They're like, shit, ain't but 5 people here. I can honestly say I counted 10, 15 people. And when I say these people are definitely your typical redneck-looking people, this definitely does not appear to be a hip-hop crowd. There's maybe a jukebox. Hood Brat orders a drink. She said there's a bug in her drink. My man, Bobby Light's like, shit, fuck it, let's get the show on the road. Give me a Hennessy and a Red Bull. Let's get this thing started. In walks K-Million and Suki, and they're both like, man, what in the entire hell is going on here? This is definitely a honky-tonk tonk joint. And they don't know why they're there, and they have no idea what Alvin has hooked up. But I got to give Hood Brat and K Million and Bobby Lights their props. They've been paid. They did get their money for this event, so the show must go on. So my man Bobby Lights like, look, let's get it. Bobby Lights begin to introduce the acts. He brings up that girl K Million first, and the first thing, he brings up Hood Brat first. And the first thing Hood Brat does as she gets into her song is, who all out there want they nigga to fly them in? And the whole room is crickets. Because this is a room full of white people. Hood Brat, you definitely got to analyze where you at. I don't think no one in this room is willing to say they want their nigga to fly them in. But I give her to Hood Brat. She gets over that little hump and she rocks it. She rocks her joint. She's got the crowd into it. She's interacting with the crowd. She's definitely doing her thing. Next up is that girl, K Million. K Million definitely is doing her thing. She's showing all the moves she showed us in the rehearsal hall. She's twerking. She's on the bar. She's on the pool table. She's popping the lady's booty. She's definitely getting it cracking. All right? Next up is Suki. Sukian is sitting there drinking. He's like, I am not performing. I'm not performing. So Bobby Light and Alvin and the girls get the entire crowd to go, Suki, 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 Suki. And this, I guess, gets Suki in the mood, because you know a star cannot resist getting their name called. Suki gets up and rocks her latest joint. Definitely does her thing, gets the crowd into it. She's interacting with the crowd. She's got K Million twerking beside her. And it turns out to be a good show. Small crowd. They got their money. But the people definitely seem or appear to appreciate them being there and showing the love. All right, so everyone's happy. They embrace for the hug. It's a victory for the Baps crew. But in the midst of this embrace, the girls definitely tell Alvin, you're fired. All right, it's your boy Vic XL. This is Riding Dirty News and Reviews. Let's talk about it. This is the recap for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 3. Episode number 9. Y'all have a good day. Subscribe. Hit that like button. Let me know what you want to talk about. Yeah.